What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And so here we have Luke Skywalker posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. Luke Skywalker, of course, does come with his lightsaber, and it's done in a really nice green blade. I do like that, and the hilt is done really well. Unfortunately, there's no place to store it. He does come with a blaster that he tried to assassinate Jabba the Hutt with. He does come with a soft goods robe, and then he also does come with the Star Wars Black Series base, which is interesting because I haven't seen the base before. But other than that, Luke doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually take a closer look at the figure. And so here we have a look at Luke Skywalker, and I have to say they did a really good job with his face sculpt. That actually does look like Mark Hamill from Return of the Jedi. Now, it's not 100% likeness to Mark Hamill. For some reason, they have a hard time getting down Mark Hamill's likeness. As far as this figure goes, it's going to do its job well enough. I do like the way his hair is. The face printing tech that they're using on this does make it look like Luke Skywalker, enough that you can see him from a distance and know that it is Luke Skywalker. I really do like the hair sculpt and the way they painted the hair. They did go in with a darker wash just to bring out some of those details, and it looks fantastic. So really loving his head and his hair. Luke Skywalker is, of course, wearing the robes that we see at the beginning of Return of the Jedi. You could take this off and theoretically have later in the movie Luke Skywalker. However, he wouldn't be having the glove, and then he is missing his belt. So do be aware of that this is a separate piece, although you really don't want to be tugging on it because it is glued right here at the back of his neck. But really do think it's a really nice way to give us Return of the Jedi Luke in a different form that we might not have gotten in the past. The robes are really done well. You can see they do have a wrap going around them. If we just take a look at it, it is a lighter black, maybe along the sides, the shades of a gray, and that does look really good. Again, we do have his black sleeves which go all the way down. This is before he gets his hand shot and he starts wearing a glove, so I do like that. It would have been nice if they did sculpt the blaster mark where he got shot. That would have been a really nice little detail. Really not much to say about his costume. The wrinkles are there, they're not overly done, and he looks good for what he is. I do believe that this figure is almost reused from the previous Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. I don't know, I don't have that figure in hand, so I really can't say if he is 100% reused. But the sculpt on him is pretty solid, and I do like it, even all the way down to his boots, which do have a little bit of a sheen versus his pants. Although I would have liked to see a little more sheen in the boots and not in the pants. So overall, he's still a really well-detailed figure. Really do like the way he came out. So what we're going to do now is actually compare him to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Luke Skywalker posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Luke Skywalker posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have Luke Skywalker posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation. Luke Skywalker does have a ball joint in the head, although we really don't get any side-to-side tilt, so we don't get any attitude. We do, of course, get left and right rotation. He does have a hinge in the neck, which he does look up only about that far because his hair does clash with his robe. He can look down about that far, which is pretty good. And again, he does swivel. Arms are on ball joints, so they do go out all the way, so I do like that. Do a full 360. A little loose on mine, but it's not the end of the world. He does have a single bend in the elbow, giving us less than 90 degrees. Maybe that joint is wrong. Nope. The joint is right. It gives us less than 90 degrees, so that could have been better. We have a swivel and a in and out hinge on his left hand, and then on his right hand we do have an up and down hinge. We do have a ball joint in the torso, so we do get some movement there. He can tilt side to side, turns left and right, goes forward and back. So pretty good articulation there. Legs do kick forward quite a bit. I do like the range on that. Go back, not at all. Go out, uh, barely, if any, maybe like a little close to 45 degrees. We do have thigh swivel up high, double bend in the knee, kind of stiff on mine, but it does go all the way up. He doesn't have a boot rotation, but he does have a hinge in the ankle, which does go forward, does go back, and then forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really do like the way this figure came out. Would have liked to see some better articulation in the elbows, but there's really not much I can do about that. So, what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker posed for my final thoughts. Overall, Luke Skywalker did come out better than I expected, although he does have some reuse parts that isn't a big issue until you get down to his articulation, where his arms do suffer a little bit, as well as his ball-jointed torso is a little bit outdated. Overall, this is still a pretty nice looking figure. The lightsaber is pretty accurate to the movie. I would have liked to see some weapon storage for Luke Skywalker. The lightsaber does have a little clip that you can hold it on a little looplet, but Luke doesn't come with one, so that is a little bit disappointing. However, this is still a really impressive figure, and with his soft goods robe, I think this is a must-have for any Star Wars collector. Unfortunately, if you are looking for a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, he is available only at Walmart. Jedi Knight Luke is a Walmart exclusive figure, so if you are looking for a Jedi Knight Luke, you do have to go to Walmart to track him down. You will be end up paying anywhere from $19.99 all the way to $21.99 depending on your area. Black Series is starting to mark up, so do be aware of that. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other Black Series reviews. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.